Anyway, guys, we're going to talk about racism. Yay!
Well, not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite. Not quite racism. It's more like
Black and white. The world, you know, how the world
more like
is
behavior,
and how the world...
right?
Yeah.
Behavior.
Behavior traits that, you know,
Yeah.
day-to-day life that we experience, whether it's being in my shoes or her shoes or just in general.
Yes.
I'm
yes,
sure
yes.
you have experienced this at some point of your life.
I mean, we joke about it all the time.
All the time.
All the time. I mean, I'm more black than she is, honestly. It's no joke. She can't even do this correctly.
All right,
back.
That's a black thing?
Back to, I don't know. It's just
Society.
stereotype. Yes, I know.
Stereotypes.
Yes,
thank you so
you're
much.
right.
You're the
You're
best.
right. All right.
To stereotypes.
Did she just put me to shame? I'm feeling a little... No, but we were... Okay,
Yeah.
this is how the subject came up. We were talking about how... how people would act black around black people, like white people acting black around white people. And I totally agree. You know why?
It's a thing.
Because I do that.
It's a thing. I think it's because in society we feel like that's how you can relate to someone and how
Right,
that's how
and
you can
feel
kind of
like-
crack the ice and like, oh,
Yeah,
break the
yeah.
ice. Like, oh, maybe she'll get it. Like if I mention, oh, you do love Dave Chappelle or, you know, something, you know what I mean? Or I just feel like the world isn't, you know, just
Yeah.
black and white. It's you know, it's gray. It's all these other colors. And I think that just because society has put this type of stereotype out, we tend to believe it. But I feel like it's fun to make fun of it. I think it's
It is
funny.
fun.
I don't mind it. Like, it's not like a big deal to me, but I find it hilarious. It's
Well, that's
great.
why we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because to us, we're way past that.
Oh, yeah,
It's like, yeah.
I think the first time I met you, if I'm not mistaken, we kind of, you know, she went into like this yo.
No, not the first time. No, I was very professional with you. Hello.
Professional.
I'm offended. Nah, she's
Don't be,
messing with
don't
you
be.
guys. That was, if anybody, I do that with my brother-in-law.
Yeah, No, I'm just kidding. No, she's great.
Anytime I'm on the phone with him, all of a sudden I turn black. I don't know. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
But like,
My
you
kids
know,
laughing.
the term, right? What is black? What is being black?
That's true.
You know, and what is being white? And it's even that has a stereotype too. Like the
That's
valley
true.
girl, you're like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
know, the blonde. Like we kind of revert to those kind of images and those stereotypes in our heads. It's because we've
Right.
been told this from, you know, years ago, and it sticks to us over time.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is that?
Why is that? She's asking the wise guru. Let me see if I can answer that. I believe it's because... Stop it. Oh, come back. You need to be in frame.
I'm in frame. I'm in frame.
See what she does to me? Oh,
You hot?
always. Okay, answering the question. Why is that?
Yeah.
Well, we do create those boxes, right?
Yes.
And we put people in those boxes.
We can't be serious. Yo! Oh.
This is why this footage is raw. This is organic content. Oh my god. Too much pressure, Meosha. Come on. Come on. Okay.
That's a knee slapper.
Composure.
So you have the floor.
Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Just rephrase your question. It's so dead now. Why do we do that?
From your point of view.
I think because part of it is a habit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because we watch others do it and innately we
Just,
mimic the behaviors of others. Like, I don't know why I do it, but I know I do it. Like, part of me feels like I'll show you how cool I am. I can be like you.
Mm-hmm.
To probably be more relatable.
But does that make you relatable? Question out there to you, audience.
Like, we want to be part of your world. I think that's our willingness to show that, hey, you and I are one.
Hey, my sister.
Yeah, from another mister.
Okay, it's
I do have another question though. Think about why you do it. We all do it to greater or lesser degree.
Right.
Or I should say most of us do it. My question would be to think about, why do I do it?
Where's it coming from?
My why is because I think this is my way of like you said, breaking the ice, or like just feeling like, hey, you know, we can hang like in the same, I don't know, bubble. Somebody would tell you something like, you know, mention some rapper and you wouldn't even know who it is.
Yeah, they're like, you know, oh yeah, how about, you know, we're just sitting there,
funny.
or you're at a party somewhere and you're trying to mingle with people. And so when you're in certain, you know, arenas, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's not a thing. But I guess for some people it's like, oh, who are you? Let's talk to you because you're exotic.
Right.
You know, got that kind of thing. So then I'll get the whole, you know, it's like awkwardness. Oh, you're a filmmaker. And then it's like, oh, filmmaker. So now it's like we have something to talk about. So I thank God that I can have that to talk about versus like.
So you feel that a lot, huh?
Yeah, it's just funny to me. It's not like anything. I don't feel like.
Well, yeah, I
bad
know that you
about it.
don't. Yes,
I just find
know.
it hilarious and like it's totally fine. It's cool, and they finally figure out like who I am. Like, oh yeah, Meosha's really cool. Yeah, she's cool. You know, when it's like you're not really sure how to approach me, so it's like. But I get people saying you're open, so they're like, I can talk about anything, which I like that. I like people being able to talk about.
That's very true. Yeah.
Anything.
I guess I would have to put myself in the shoes like where I'm the only white girl in the room.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure.
How
would you like? But you work the crowd. I've seen you in those kind of arenas. Like even with your set, like you know where you were at the premiere.
Right.
It was majority. I walked
That's
in
true,
and it was
yeah.
majority. You know, people that are non-whites.
I love how she qualifies. Oh my God.
And you were just talking to everybody, and that's just. But we're all people at the end of the day.
But that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we're all people. So to me, when I can honestly say that I try not to see color or race.
But it's not a bad thing, though, to see our differences.
No,
like
I celebrate them.
For me, I feel like differences are great.
They are.
But I feel like there's nothing wrong with saying you see color because that's what you see. It's
but I'm
like
saying yes. What I mean by not try not. Yeah. What I mean by trying not to see color is I don't want to emphasize on, oh, you're different, because we're human first.
Right.
And I want to treat you like a human.
Such. Absolutely.
And then with all your differences that you come to me with, I don't have an issue with them.
Yeah. But there's no...
To me, it's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. Like, I feel like that's... I love that. I feel like that is the thing that we have to get to is the... Like, I had a friend that said, I don't see color either. And I said, why don't you see color? But that's what you see. Like, if I go to Indian
That's like
guy,
ignoring it. I agree. That's the wrong
I totally
way of
see
putting
an
it.
Indian guy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to
He's
lie. I'm
Indian,
going to say, hey, you're Indian. Oh, cool.
Right.
But we also, we're just, I like the differences. Like, you know, this guy that I know, shout out to you. You already know who I'm talking about.
I think I know too.
I've got to learn a lot about his culture. I thought it was really fascinating. He learned a lot about mine. I feel like that is what life is all about, and celebrating our differences. Like, I would love to go and learn more about your
you'd
culture,
love it there.
you know, or wherever, you know. I just find it amazing to it's like, you know, absorbing your history. It's beautiful.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we can also relate and have fun and do yo-yo. That's the thing about life is that that is what it's all about.
You've got to be lighthearted about it. And that's what we do. I mean, I tease her all the time, but...
Gosh, yeah.
But no,
it's fine.
For me, different is good.
It's good.
I celebrate different. I celebrate weird because I find it fascinating because there's something that is out of the norm that you get to explore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like... I don't want people to be like, thank God they're not. You know, like you're an incubator with 50 chicks and you can't tell one from the other, whether it be personality, looks, or otherwise. But we are getting into that point where everybody's starting to look like everybody because of all the plastic surgery and stuff. They all look like freaking Barbie dolls, for example.
The media.
That's a whole new subject.
That's another
Yeah.
subject. Oh God, yeah, that's you can
Just
go
do
on.
that.
I know. But yeah, I feel like I have that myself sometimes. Like not it doesn't just happen to me, but I have my own sometimes. So I can own up to like things of like, and this is gonna sound crazy to a lot of people, but growing up, I wasn't around my own kind much. So when I got older, I didn't know how I was awkward around my own kind. I was very awkward around my own.
You're like that guy from This Is Us.
It's true. It's real. I'm being honest with you. At one point I was, and it was like, I wasn't really sure how to, and we're talking, and like, and I'm just
but it's
like,
a real thing.
Then that made me want to brush up on my culture and knowing these things. Like, I feel like, but as the culture, I feel like there are things with even my own culture, I feel like that people should know about themselves and expand out to learn about the things so you can relate to everybody.
And would you say that actually pushed you to explore who you are?
Oh, most definitely.
Outside of somebody else forming you and telling you who you are. Because I think that's what we do. Like when we feel like we belong to our culture, like I can speak for myself. I'm a Boharian Jew.
That's right.
There's nothing Boharian Jew about me.
You heard it here
But
first, ladies and
if
gentlemen.
I were to like stick to this stigma, then I would be a completely different person, not belong to myself, because I would be putting all these other people's intentions and expectations on me and living somebody else's life, pretty much.
Right.
So I had to break through all these,
molds and like kind
molds, which makes me a unique person outside of the culture that I grew up in.
Right.
When I'm immersed in my
Which
culture,
is great. It's to celebrate it. Yeah.
I, respect the whatever cultural, whatever traditions, if you will, right? But is it my way? No. And am I going to be feeling bad about it? No.
No, you shouldn't.
We're meant to evolve, man. Or woman. So, and I'm not afraid of that evolution.
Right.
And I think that's important that people know that evolving is the way.
Yeah.
It's scary, but you know what? It's also like really, really freaking fascinating.
Right.
Right?
Do you think, for some of the viewers, I wonder like if there was some like wondering, if there are some out there that are wondering, and I've heard this from all types of cultures and race and people. They would tell me, is racism still a thing? And I say, well, I think it's still a thing because it's what we see on the news. It's what they choose to put out there. But just because you see that is also good things that are happening as well. But you got to understand, they always put the worst things on television because that's what they do.
I would say the racism is not the thing. Ignorance is still very much a thing.
Definitely a thing.
And if you're ignorant, all of the things that are, like racism is going to come up, being closed off. Yeah, all of these things are going to be rooted in ignorance.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Is racism still a thing? I think yes, if you're ignorant.
Unfortunately.
It's still a thing.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
That's what, and I think as time goes on, I think the new generation, I think if we educate our generation, the new generation coming in, and they educate the others, it'll...
The new generation coming in is already far more advanced in their thinking, feeling than we are. We're the ones that need to stop imposing on the new generation.
That's true.
Then they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But we think we know better.
The world we live in is forever changing, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
We gotta kind of like watch our young ones and let them be themselves. If we can do that without putting our hands all over them to try and keep them in, yes, there's certain guidance as a parent, of course. Definitely. I'm not denying that. But I'm talking about, you see who your children are as they grow. And if you just have enough guts to let them explore that earlier than later, they have less molds to break down later.
That's true.
Less unlearning to do.
Right.
That's what we're doing as adults right now. I'm doing a lot of unlearning.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to prevent my children from having to do that. Right. And I still see that there's still going to be some of it.
It's just life.
I'm only learning.
Have fun, and I think people have to just kind of take a chill pill. And not everything is about race. Not everything is. I think some people kind of look for that in everything. It's like that could just not even be the thing. It's just something that it's in your
it's their own chip on their shoulder. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it until they flick it off. And
Yeah.
that takes time sometimes.
That takes time.
Sometimes they have to wait
Sometimes.
till they die. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But hey, to each his own.
Yes. Well, this was a really interesting topic, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
Hope you guys got something out of it, and until next time.
I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of comments on this one. Please do. We
Please do.
want
Send us your
to
comments.
see how you guys feel like.
Yeah, I want to know what you guys think about this topic. It's really interesting to us, too. All right, guys. Until next time, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for all the new updates and videos that we're dropping on this channel and on IG.
Yes.
Until next time.
And remember,
the better it gets, the better it gets.